Hi, I'm Sam from Landscapeplus, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about us as a company and where we're from. For over 20 years, Landscapeplus have been supplying the landscape industry with everything you need apart from plants and heavy materials. Founded by two brothers whose family have a strong horticultural background working for both the National Trust and in garden centres. Working with gardens is what we care about. Working for the National Trust is where the ethos of the company was born. We try to do the right thing for the garden. Our aim is to build long-term, trust-based relationships.
Ever since Landscapeplus was first set up over 20 years ago, we've stuck to three key mantras: best trade prices, professional products, direct to you, and we stick to that to this day. We specialise in lighting, irrigation, pond and water feature products, and our range is ever increasing as we're no longer limited by what we can fit in the catalogue. Our website has allowed us to list hundreds of new products over the last couple of years, and that's only going to increase going forward. With a focus on listing tried and tested systems as well as individual products, we aim to supply everything required to achieve a long-lasting and reliable installation in the garden environment.
We know your customer will expect you to know the answer to all the questions within your design, which isn't always possible because of the vast number of projects that you undertake. So when we get those questions, we try and be friendly and approachable, which in turn should build long-term relationships between us. And that's why we've set up the Landscapeplus Design Support Service to give you the confidence to design a system that will work for you and your client.
Didn't really realise the service I could get, because originally I just called up with a bit of an inquiry, and it turns out I got this whole free design service helping me with all the fittings and fixtures, so it was absolutely brilliant.
We don't design gardens. We're aiming to take the struggles and worries away from your design. It's all a learning experience with these types of products, and what we find is no question is a silly question. Using the design support service at Landscapeplus, it means you can confidently say yes to your client, yes to the garden lighting, yes to those tricky water features, and yes to the irrigation, whether it be in a country mansion or even a small roof terrace. We are happy to work with any type of design, even if it's hand-drawn, right up to CAD or SketchUp. As an example, we have a few images on our website which helps you choose the correct type of path lighting. Sometimes you might want to illuminate the whole pathway, or sometimes you just might want to illuminate the planting in the small section of the pathway, making a marker light.
I was doing a garden for a client who was particularly keen on irrigation. I found Landscapeplus gave me invaluable service because the size of the garden was really out of my comfort zone. The most important thing for me was that they helped me to get the best value to match my client's budget.
My first impression of Landscapeplus was the sheer diversity and quality of product. Key to the growth of our business is building a strong network of suppliers that we can rely on, we can trust.
I mean, we first started working with you guys back in, I think it was 2016, and it was just so immediately obvious. The quality of the product was great, the service was equally as impressive, and I think since then, in the past 5 years, we've literally not gone anywhere else.
Design support at Landscapeplus is really where they come into their own. I love the idea, the fact that we can send in a plan with an indication of how many fittings we want and not necessarily a good enough idea about how we're going to achieve it. And they'll come back with exactly the right fittings within budget and potentially sometimes with options so that the client has a choice to work from.
Now, the great thing I think is that you don't just take that plan as verbatim. You're there with the ability to offer us alternatives. Is that the best solution for what you've designed? Is that necessarily the best use of your budget? And I think it's that ongoing dialogue, the fact that we can have a back and forth and come to the ultimate resolution that's not just in the company's interest, but ultimately the end user.
Once you find someone you can trust and rely on, it's a no-brainer to me to continue building on that relationship. And they have never ever failed us. Each and every time we've produced a plan, no matter how complex, we always get the answers we want and very, very quickly.
And then there's the kind of the personal side of it, where I think from the top down, from the likes of yourself through to the guys that we deal with in the office dealing with the sales, it's just a really personable service. It's easy to have a conversation.
Sometimes there just isn't the budget there for the first choice of fittings, and so we always work together to try and find a solution that does fit within the client's budget. The thing that's invaluable is that if you're looking for a particular a contractor who can install lighting or or a water feature or just general landscapers, they can put you in touch with somebody in the area where you're working. Essentially, I just really trust their knowledge that they will guide me and help me to specify the right fittings for that are going to do the job that I want them to do. They've got a great reputation. Just the other day, my electrician on a local job was saying how brilliant the after-sales technical support was.
The best thing about this garden is that it actually comes alive at night. It doesn't just fizzle out in the evening. The clients love that they can sit in the house, in the living room, and just with a flick on the remote control on the app, they can control the whole dynamic of the garden, and it extends the time you can use it as well. I really enjoyed building the garden because it's actually made it such a fun process, having the help and support there, not being stressed about all the finer details.
What I love the most about the sales team here at Landscapeplus is helping customers through their projects from nothing all the way to something and being an integral part of that process. It's really important for us in the sales team to make sure that we get the right product out to you. Sometimes the project may not need the most expensive things, and we will always tell the customers this.
We've worked with Landscapeplus for nearly 20 years now. They offer us a fantastic service. We have our own account director, so as soon as we email him what we need, he's familiar with all the products that we use, so within about an hour we have a quote back. We work for lots of different garden designers, and it's important for us to offer competitive quotations and tenders. A good thing with Landscapeplus is that a lot of designers will specify their product codes on their drawings, which helps us to offer the correct product at the right time.
Staying in touch with the industry is key to what we do. Some of the services we offer at Landscapeplus is we can happily train your contractors up. We can also do CPD sessions. We're also quite proud that we actually support the RHS show gardens and also the World Skills events, which brings on a lot of the young landscapers. But what is important to us is bringing on new students. So we support the design schools, and also we do some cluster group events which around the country, which is proving very popular.
Over the years, our warehouse has gone from strength to strength. We hold over 10,000 products and we continue to add every year. We take great care and attention when it comes to packing your order to make sure your delivery arrives in perfect condition. Our eco-friendly packaging is made from fully recyclable materials, even down to the paper tape. We know your time is important, so order before 4 p.m, online or with office staff, and our warehouse will ensure your delivery is with you before 12:30 the following day. We work closely with all of our suppliers to make sure the quality of the product that we pick is suitable for your designs. We pride ourselves on our prompt delivery and customer service.
We've dealt with Landscapeplus for in excess of 20 years and have always found them to be incredibly knowledgeable, provide great service. The feedback from their own customers to us is always very good, and it has certainly become a one-stop shop for any ORs or products for the landscaper or garden designer. So from advice, knowledge, stock holding, support, design support, all of these things are why Landscapeplus for us are our go-to landscaper recommendation.
From a supplier's point of view, Landscapeplus are a unique support network for garden designers. We don't worry about the landscape sector because Landscapeplus have been supplying Hunza lighting for over 20 years.
We've been fortunate to have built numerous amazing gardens over the years alongside Landscapeplus, who have been there all the way through for us, being able to support, give us the advice that we're looking for, and it's been a pleasure to work alongside them.
So here at the Cotswold Gardening School, Landscapeplus is a firm which is just down the road, and Paul has supported our school for, I think, 7 years. The students absolutely love him coming in and bringing that industry expertise, which really you've got to be in the field to have. It's all well and good lecturers telling you how it's done and what they've done themselves, but to have someone who's actually out there doing it at the time, bringing images of Chelsea and what's happening all across the country to our little school here in the Cotswolds, that's just invaluable for our students.
I love that we can just rely on Landscapeplus.
They're really supportive, and it just shows that they do really care about the industry.
They gave me confidence.
And that is why Landscapeplus are our chosen landscape supplier.
To me, Landscapeplus means good old-fashioned, friendly service with ultra-modern, up-to-date, cutting-edge technology.
The quality of the products and the quality of the service just bleeds through the entire team, and that's testament to how much we use you guys.
As you can see, we're here to work with you. So if you've got any questions on any upcoming projects, pick the phone up, give us a call, we'll be happy to help.